There are several different kinds, and we are running an IDA program at ACCAN that is funded by the Assets for Independence Project. It's an actual federal act from the Assets for Independence Act that Congress passed in order to increase assets, home ownership, job training, education, and also capitalizing your own business. So people sign on for the program, and then they receive an orientation, and then they come in and they have an idea of, I'd like to save for a home, or I'd like to save for my own business. We work with them on that. We work with them on putting together a plan for whatever it is, an asset plan as we call it, and then they save consistently month after month after month. They choose the amount that they're going to save, and they can even put in part of their earned income tax credit that they get back. For folks who are on CalWorks, they can actually save just as well as anybody else who's not on CalWorks. In fact, they're encouraged. They're our target audience for this program. They will not be penalized if they have money in an IDA. The federal government actually allowed folks on TANF to save. So we have quite a few clients that are on TANF, and out of those clients, we've got 14 that have gotten into homes, actually, and 4 that have completed their educations. One of them became a lawyer. One of them became a phlebotomist. I mean, it's just amazing what these programs can do. But you have to save consistently for at least 6 months and for a maximum of 2 years. Then we also have the IDEA program. That's the what is that called? Individual Development and Empowerment Accounts, IDEAs. And those are funded by the Federal Home Loan Bank. Those are strictly for home purchase. So they can actually save through our program and earn 2 to 1. And if they qualify for the Federal Home Loan Bank program, they can get another 3 to 1 match from the Federal Home Loan Bank and end up with upwards of $22,000 to use for a home. And so we've actually had 2 people cash out on that program and actually purchase homes. So it's just a matter of showing a dedication to your future and saving. And people can do it despite all sorts of different facts. We've had one gentleman save $5 a month, and then he got his earned income tax credit back, and he was able to then bump it up to about $1,800. He saved a few more months, and he hit his $2,000 maximum. We matched it with $4,000. That's the 2 to 1 match. And then he was able to get Federal Home Loan Bank monies, which bumped him up to $21,000.
Wow, that's a great story.
It's
somebody
fantastic.
who just was able to save $5 and consistently saving it, and what was the result? He left such a big amount of dollars.
Yeah, the result was he purchased a home.
Yeah.
He purchased a home, an outright home. It's not even a condo in Oakland. So it really is possible to use all these different methods that are out there, the first-time home buyers programs, the Federal Home Loan Bank programs. And through that program, the banks are required to offer incentives such as taking points off or not charging closing costs. They have to offer something. And so you're really able to work it around so that you are able to purchase a home. Now, knowing that there are a lot of crises out there right now, not only with the foreclosure, but also with identity theft, ACCAN has vamped its credit counseling up to the point where we can also do foreclosure prevention counseling or counsel somebody who has just lost their home, and also can work with people who've had their identity stolen. About 1 in every 8 clients that we see have had identity theft issues, either through a family member or somebody who just got a hold of their information.
So how do you help them?
Well, we help them in several different ways. We help them write letters and do the police reports that need to be done, just supporting them through the process and giving them the knowledge of what the next steps are, working with the creditors to get the items taken off of their credit report. They might still have to pay something on it because, unfortunately, that's the way the system is working right now. But we can make sure that it's a smaller amount and that it comes off of their credit report as a delinquent credit piece. So there are different areas that we can help them with. For foreclosure prevention, we help people by introducing them to products that are out there. Fannie Mae has quite a few. The federal government is coming out with others daily. The banks are coming out with others daily. And so we walk them through the processes and bring them information that, again, meets them where they are in the process. ACAP's mandate is to mitigate poverty, and certainly having your home taken away from you is going to shoot you right into poverty. So we want to hit it upstream rather than downstream.
Tell us about ACAP, the organization itself.
ACAP. ACAP is the Associated Community Action Program, and we are working under a congressional mandate with federal funds to end poverty, actually. And so we do work that alleviates poverty, mitigates its causes throughout Alameda County, excepting Oakland and Berkeley. Oakland and Berkeley each have their own community action agencies.
Oh, okay.
So ACAP is a joint powers authority, which includes all 12 cities outside of Oakland and Berkeley and the unincorporated areas. And we have this amazing dual board system with our governing board of elected officials. There's 13 elected officials on the board. And then we have our community action board, which we are required to have. That's our expertise board, our advisory board to the governing board. And so we have our main focus is jobs and housing, because you can't keep a house without a job, and you can't keep a job without stable housing. And under that umbrella, we subcontract with several different agencies to do this work of helping people connect with jobs and housing, and to take care of any other support issues that are barriers to gaining jobs and housing, such as child care issues, transportation, mental health issues, drug and alcohol abuse, domestic violence. So we work with organizations all throughout Alameda County in order to bring those services to bear. And then back in 2005, we got this Assets for Independence grant, and that's when our IDA program took off, and our financial counseling and EITC. And we found with EITC that if you don't offer it year-round, along with other sources and pieces, that people tend to forget about it, or don't keep it in the foreground as something that they absolutely have to do. And sometimes people just aren't there. They're not ready at tax time to walk in and have something done. So we have year-round tax preparation that we do. We do that in Livermore, in Emeryville, and in Hayward. And then we also connected that with other services such as the banking service. So when a person has their taxes done with ACAP, they can immediately get a bank account to have the taxes electronically deposited to. So they've killed two birds with one stone, so to speak. And so we're really working to build those wraparound services, which is why ACCAN is so wonderful, because we can now, if there's a piece that we don't do, we can certainly refer out to somebody who does do it.
Right.
And then we also have our youth development program, which we received a grant from the state of California to start, and Supervisors Lai-Bitker and Miley were wonderful and provided further funding. So we have this amazing youth development coordinator on board now. She's just really hit the ground running. They had a Valentine's Day dance the other day that was a great success, where there's been no activity in the unincorporated area where she's concentrating her efforts for so long for youth, that the two supervisors saw that need right away, and she's just been attacking at different strategic areas to mitigate that problem, which has seen a lot of youth off of the streets. We're working very closely with the sheriffs. There's a Wednesday bowling league that's happening. It's free for students. We also have our Bayfair Employment Training Academy. We had a record 65 students show up for the academy. That started just a week ago, and they're loving it. And we thought, okay, well, we're going to have some attrition. We haven't had it yet. So they go through this 6-week training program, and they'll be able to contend for jobs at the mall and outside of the mall.
Great. Thank you, and that gave us a great understanding of ACAP. We have less than 2 minutes left. Okay. I just want you to give our audience some advice in the sense of the federal government has this stimulus plan, and and there's double messages, whether you save it or you spend it. Right. What's your take on that?
Well, at Alameda County CAN, we definitely put a high emphasis on financial well-being and increasing your income and assets. So we would encourage people, although some folks in the federal government want you to spend that money, we tend to spend a lot in our society, and it might be a great time to think about paying down some debt, saving your money year-round, trying to make sure that long-term you and your family have some financial stability and financial health. And we at Alameda County CAN are happy to help, and we're ready to help. So I hope that folks will take advantage of some of those free, low-cost resources to both get into products, banking products that are low cost, and also to get year-round financial counseling and education.
Right. So that's a way to spend it. So instead of just spend it on something that just go away so soon, is to actually think about the long-term use. So great. All right. So thank you so much for that advice. Thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching at home.